Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 8-8. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. And with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. I do invite you to click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. Join me on camera. Shoot the breeze. Say hello. Promote yourself. Share some information. All that would be great. It would also be great if you share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So let's start out with the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. It's got lots of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also by the city, county, and state. If you hear a knocking sound, I apologize for that. I'm actually doing my laundry, and every time the water runs, like my like if the shower is on or the the washing machine, I get a knocking sound in the wall. I assume that's the pipes. Maybe they're not secured. This was an inexpensively made house, so it's just something that I put up with. So I do apologize if you hear a knocking sound there in the wall. Nobody's trying to break in. Okay, so let's see. I'm on the word page, so let's see what's going on. Let's see. Now, the libraries are open until 6, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30. And of course, Bragtown is not open on the weekend. Now, Monday is the deadline, the final deadline for the City of Durham's request for proposals for festivals and special events. So maybe if you're just not hearing about this and you're like, "Wow, I'd love for the city to fund and help us run our big special event." Well, if you can get it together over the weekend, you can do so. Get together with your neighborhood organization and put together this proposal. There's a lot of working parts, so you'll be under pressure. But if some people work best under pressure, knowing that the deadline is looming, so the deadline is right before midnight on this coming Monday. Oh, and just to let you know, you do have to be connected to a 501c3 nonprofit some kind of way because I think the money is funneled through the nonprofit. So just you need to know that in order to do this. All righty, let's see what else is happening. There's lots happening, so much happening. But I do want to. Oh, I might as well not even check the Durham Tech because usually there are no classes on Fridays. Today's Friday, so I'll skip that idea. But I will tell you about the community fridges, and I want you to know this because tomorrow, with it being the second Saturday, there will be a lot of food giveaways. Sometimes you get food that you can't eat or don't want. So instead of throwing it out, I would suggest that you take whatever food that you can't handle or don't want to one of the two Durham community fridges. Now, I got word that there's a third one, but I didn't get permission to post it just yet. But we do have two that I know about for sure, and that is the community fridge at St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side, and then Omi's at 2300 North Roxborough Street, which is on the corner of Roxborough and Club Boulevard. So these community fridges are where ordinary citizens like you and me, I should say ordinary people like you and me, you put food in there. We're helping to feed people who are struggling, people who are hungry. These refrigerators are on publicly accessible 24/7 property. And like I said, it's put together by people like you and me. It's furnished by people like you and me. So you put the food in, people can choose to take it if they want it. So along with the community fridges are also cabinets. So if you have non-perishable food like bags of beans, rice, canned food, boxes of cereal, items like that, you can put them in the cabinets. So you don't have to put everything in the refrigerator. So I just wanted you to know about that. Also, if you don't mind checking the website, when you check the website, you can actually see what is in the refrigerator. People do make reports on the website. I have the link right there on the word page, and also you can see whether it needs tidying up. So maybe you can take some bleach water and maybe I don't know if let's see. I know for sure at Omi's, I'm sorry, at St. Joseph, there are garbage cans close by. And even though I did drop off food at Omi, I don't remember seeing garbage cans right there. It is a coffee shop, by the way. So anyway, maybe you can take a garbage bag and just tidy up if you don't mind. I've done so once or twice, so might be something that you might be interested in. That's one way to serve the community and help people who are in need. Okay, and actually, I think what I'm going to do now is to hop over. I'm just going to invite you to check out the page, when you have time. So what I'm going to do right now is to hop over to the health page. Let's see what's happening there. Let me go to the school tools page first. School starts soon. And I see that the LinkedIn broadcast has been interrupted, so I have to see what's going on with that. I wonder if I can click on it now and fix it. Let me just click on it and see. Reconnect. Oh, okay. Let me just click on the reconnect button. Okay, reconnect. Let me see. Oh, it looks like I have to sign in. Let me go ahead and sign in. Let's see. Allow. Please excuse me for this, but okay, continue. And save. So looks like we're reconnected. Okay, excellent. Let me continue. So I am now on the school tools page. Of course, there's information that you can glean from the Durham County Department of Public Health regarding vaccinations for the little ones, starting school and going back to school. Okay, now let's see. And there's other information that you might want to check out. Let's see. Here's what I'm looking for. Fill that bus. It's a campaign by Crayons to Calculators. So, hey, Dave. Thank God it's Friday, buddy. Yes, sir, Dave. How are you? Hope you're dealing with the hot weather. I'm assuming it's hot where you are. It's kind of warm here. It's not really. Hopefully, it'll get warmer soon because I do like it warm. So, Crayons to Calculators. They help teachers to get their hands on school supplies because sometimes they give low income kids school supplies, and that kind of takes away from their family income, if you know what I'm saying. And sure, teachers don't mind because teachers are nice, but still, Crayons to Calculators, they want to help teachers. Help the kids by accessing. Actually, there's a whole list of items that teachers would love to have. For example, rulers, pens, dry erase markers, highlighters, folders, composition books, construction paper, even batteries, binder clips, scissors, tape. Anyway, lots of stuff, lots of stuff. So there's also a list of places that are only accepting donations of school supplies through end of day today. But I'm letting you know about this in case you didn't know about it, because there are also, after today, Crayons to Calculators will happily accept donations of school supplies or monetary donations at their warehouse, which is on Bacon Street, right over there by Durham Tech. So, so if you don't mind, they have an Amazon page. You can shop that way, or maybe you want to have maybe a school supply drive, maybe for uh, National Night Out, which is October 7th. You might want to do that. So, anyway, you can help the teachers. If you have teachers like I do, then you can go ahead and donate some school supplies. They would love that. And now let's go to the health page. To your health. Okay, now let's see. There's lots happening on this page. I just invite you to check it out when you have time. But what I'm looking for right now, I am looking for blood drives. Save lives by donating blood. Let's see if there's anything happening in that regard. Let's see, today's what? The 8th? Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. The American Red Cross. They have set up shop at the streets at South Point Mall, 6910 Fayetteville Road. They just started and they will be there until 6. Wonderful. Let's check the blood connection. They do the same thing. Nothing till next week. Okay. Oh, but today's Friday. Okay. The Health Equipment Loan Program will be open for business at 1 o'clock today. What they do is accept donations. Hey, Scopey's here. Yes, indeed. Hey, Scopey. And Dave, he's giving you a fist bump. Kaboom. So return the fist bump. He would love that. We're making friends here on Bull City Hangout. Indeed. Indeed. So the Health Equipment Loan Program, they accept donations of things like canes, wheelchairs, those grabber, the pickup sticks. You see people using them, and they can't reach up high. Um, and what else do they accept? Of course, wheelchairs. They cost hundreds of dollars. They would love to get donations of wheelchairs. A friend of mine found a wheelchair on the street, just sitting there, and it was there the next day. So he was like, well, so he took it and he donated it to the HELP program, Health Equipment Loan Program. They were happy to receive it because it was a nice wheelchair. I don't know why it was sitting there for 2 days, but these things happen. So if you have a lucky find like something like that, then yeah, take it to the HELP program. They would love it. Because what they do after they accept the donations, they disinfect everything. They go ahead and they repair it if it needs repairing, and then they turn around and they lend out these items for 90 days at a time for people who can otherwise not afford them, or people who just need them and would like to save money by borrowing them instead of buying them or renting them. So they're at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and they're open 2 days a week, Tuesdays 10 to 2, and then Fridays 1 to 5. So they're open this afternoon. All right, and tell them Durham Skyrider says hello if you stop by. Let me go to the top of the page and click on the Health Events page and see if there are any meetings happening that I need to tell you about. Let's see. No. Okay, nothing today. All righty. Let's go to the Senior Scope page and see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. You can get free parking, get a free membership card. The activities are free. It's a fun place to hang out if you're 55 plus. I love to hang out there sometimes when I have time. Let's see, today's Friday, so this afternoon, Freezy Fridays. Now, it just so happens that it's not hot today, but still, you can still celebrate. So you can socialize and play lawn games outside today at the Durham Center for Senior Life, and they'll be giving away a free, sweet frozen treat. So you can definitely do that. So, like I said, it's not really hot, but still, why not celebrate by playing games outside? Why not, indeed? Now, today, with it being Friday, it's Friday matinee day. You can get free popcorn and go to their theater. Yes, they have an actual theater. So they'll be playing a movie today, and the movie is Hack Your Health. And that starts at 12:30, totally free. Definitely do that. Other things happening today at the Durham Center for Senior Life, bingo size, which is bingo and exercise. So that's at 1 o'clock. And then Duke Connect Tech, 1:30 until 3, and that's where you can get help with your technology. Now, as far as special events, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Ooh, if you can get down there in 15 minutes, they're having crafting with Regina. They'll be making door hangers today at the center. So in the art studio, starting at 12:30. Again, let me give you the address if you want to just run out there right now. It's 406 Rigsby Avenue. So it says, doesn't say here that you have to register, so you can just hop in the car and rush down there right now. And you can learn how to make a creative door hanger out of wood or other materials for your entryway or door. Now, for those of you who live in places like senior housing, like like Witted or go anywhere. A lot of times I notice that they all have decorative doors. They have like flowers and decorations and little Bible verses and crosses and whatnot. So if you want to make a door hanger, if you live in senior housing and you really want to show out, you might want to do this. You might want to do this. The Aging with Pride Social Club meets today, 2:15 until 3:15 in the classroom. And these are senior members of the LGBT plus community. You can meet, hang out, share resources, etc. And just to let you know, this coming Monday at 9:30 in the computer lab, um, let's see, Frederick Stoney Brown will be leading a 3-day series called Staying Connected, Internet and Email for Beginners. So part one is Monday, 9:30 until 11 in the computer lab. And then part two is Tuesday and part three is Wednesday, same time. So just to let you know now, because I won't be able to announce it on Monday because, the show starts at noon, so it'll be over. Let's see what else is happening I could tell you about. So Monday at 12:30, they're going to have Aging in Place, Buying and Selling a Home in This Market. So you can learn from housing professional Tracy Drakeford Pierce whether it's smart to sell a home as is, because sometimes people like they'll update their what's the two rooms, the kitchen and the bathroom. A lot of times they redo those rooms, which costs money, but I think it adds value. That's why they do it. So you can learn whether it's smart to sell a home as is, and then if you're buying a home, what to look for. And also, she'll be talking about the local real estate market, which is hot here in Durham. Oh, big shout out to the Durham Center for Senior Life because, and also Durham Parks and Recreation. Durham Senior Games, of course, they already happened, but I'm wearing the shirt. There you go. I also need to tell you about the Little River Senior Center for those who live in far north Durham County. They're in Bahama at the Little River Community Complex, 8305 North Roxborough Road. So they're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 until 1:30 or 2-ish. They have activities every day. Now it's not nearly as big as the Durham Center for Senior Life, but they do have fun activities every day. Now they have a couple of things they don't have downtown. They have um, they have guitar lessons, and they have piano lessons, and they have free play gym from 8:30 until 1, which means now it used to be a school, so you can bring your basketball or your tennis racket and tennis ball, and you can just have fun to your heart's content because it's just sitting there. Why not use it? And it's a full size gym. So yeah, definitely might want to check that out. Okay, let us go now to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. Let's see what's on the docket for today and tomorrow morning. And I'll tell you right now, it's lots. So let's scroll down and let me give you the details. Today's the 8th. Okay, let's see. Oh, the Friday Night Live concert series. That's at the Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. Sometimes on Fridays they have live music. So from 5:30 until 7:30, you can enjoy a multi-instrumentalist and world musician Omar Ruiz Lopez, and that's going to be tonight, 5:30 until 7:30. I think the weather's going to be perfect for that. So Omar Luis Lopez, he performs songs from the Beatles to Motown and beyond. That sounds like fun. Totally free, no pressure. You will be surrounded by restaurants, so you'll see people eating barbecue, Korean food, and you might want to join in. So you might want to bring a few bucks. And they have Korean food. They have let's see, they have barbecue, they have a pizza, and I think they call it Detroit style because it's square. I don't know, but anyway, it's delicious. They also have beverages, including adult beverages, so you can relax. So that's going to be this evening, 5:30 until 7:30. I'm going to announce this anyway. Kobe Watkins is going to be at the Sharp Nine. He's a great drummer. I just found out right before showtime it sold out. So anyway, thumbs up to Kobe Watkins. He's really great. He accompanies a lot of people here in town. Now, if you're saying, darn it, I wanted to see that, well, why not take a full moon hike instead? Durham Parks and Recreation, they're hosting a full moon hike tonight from 9 until 10. It's free and it is in Sandy Creek Park. I think it was originally going to be at West Point of the Eno, but I think it's reopened. I know they had flooding, so they changed it. It's going to be Sandy Creek Park, 3510 Sandy Creek Road. So you can go there and take a hike. It's going to be a full moon. That should be really interesting. You might want to take a little, like a flashlight or one of those solar lamps, just in case it's not a clear night, because after all, if it's cloudy and it's dark, you're not going to be able to see very well. So just go ahead and just plan on taking one of those lanterns or flashlights. Now tomorrow, Durham Parks and Recreation, they're going to be hosting Family Lake Day. Now I think originally this is going to be somewhere else, but it's going to be at Twin Lakes Park. It's fishing at Twin Lakes Park, 439 Chandler Road from 8 until 10 tomorrow. So there's a $4 activity fee, and you can register by clicking on the link that I provide right there on the Let's Go page. So they're going to DPR, Durham Parks and Recreation, outdoor recreation. They'll be providing the gear. But of course, if you are an experienced fisher person, you can bring your own fishing pole if you like to do that. And also, if you don't know how to fish, or if you're taking the kids or grandkids and they don't know how to fish, this is where they can learn. This is where you can learn as well. So I have an activity code 22140. You need that code in order to register. So just go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Let's Go page, scroll down to tomorrow's date, and you'll see what I'm talking about, and go ahead and register. The Durham Farmers Market is in Durham Central Park tomorrow from 8 until noon at 501 Foster Street. Park for free. Just go west to Morris Street, Park in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot for free. If you're using a SNAP EBT, or if you have one of those senior vouchers, check in at the manager's table first, because you can double your money up to $10. So you definitely want to do that. Also, if you're a senior and you have those vouchers, sign as many vouchers as you're going to use. If you think you're going to be spending $15, then sign 3 of the vouchers, and then they'll give you $15 coupons, or rather dollar coins. So you're doubling your money again. Fantastic. And it's the same. South Durham Farmers Market, they do the same thing. They're also open from 8 until noon, and they're located at Hub RTP, 500 Park Offices Drive, off of Highway 54. So you want to stop off at their manager's table before you start shopping, too, if you're using SNAP, EBT, or you have senior vouchers. Now, the Durham Craft Market, they share Durham Central Park with the Durham Farmers Market tomorrow from 8 until noon. And so they're at the north end of the park. You can't miss them. And Dave is saying, sounds like it did. You can't beat that. You're trying to buy fresh produce for your family, introduce fresh produce to your little ones and whatnot, and then you're getting free food tokens. I don't think you can beat that. I love it. And the reason they do that, I think they want, Durham is such a hip city. They want everybody to really learn about, good eating habits and fresh food, knowing that very often low income folks, depending on where you shop. Now, Durham is not nearly as bad as Chicago, where, and I love Chicago. That's my hometown. But Chicago is so much bigger than Durham. And very often, if you are low income in Chicago, you're not going to have access to good grocery stores, and instead you're going to have these. I'm not going to call them what we call them in Chicago. I'm just going to say lower quality grocery stores where there's no actual fresh food, because very often the proprietors of these inner city type grocery stores very often they don't carry fresh food because they don't like anything to go bad. They don't like to waste money, and I understand that. Um, but that means if you don't have a car and you're in a low income neighborhood in Chicago, and that might happen in Durham too, if you really if you really are really stuck and you just can't get a ride to one of the big stores, you're stuck buying processed food. So that's why I believe they have these deals at the farmers market because they really want to help people get access to fresh produce. All right, let me continue. Now, speaking of food, tomorrow is second Saturday, and that means food giveaways. So if you are low income, you might want to, I can't tell you what to do, but it might be smart to get the free groceries first before shopping. Just saying. Jules Outreach, they're hosting Jules Feeding Friends. That's a food giveaway at Monroe Christian Church tomorrow from 9:30 until 11. So it gives you enough time to get to go there, get the fresh. Because sometimes actually most of the time at these food giveaways, you get fresh, produce. So I would suggest if you're low income, if you're struggling, go as early as you can to the farmers markets and to the I'm sorry, not the farmers markets, to the food giveaways. Jules Outreach starts at 9:30. The other two that I'm going to mention start at 11. And if you can get in early enough, you can get the free food, check it out, and see what you get, and then rush over to the farmers market before noon, and then get the tokens and do the rest of your shopping. I'm just saying that's how I would do it. Okay, so also happening tomorrow, District 3 PAC meets tomorrow. PAC, that's Partners Against Crime. They meet at the Lion Park Recreation Center, 1309 Halley Street. This is where you get to find out what's happening in your community sometimes regarding crime or sometimes store openings or whatever. You do get to talk directly with the police. You also get to hear about city and county services. And of course, with it being at Lion Park, someone there from Durham Parks and Recreation will probably also let you know what's happening. Now, the District 4 and District 5, they meet together. So the PAC meetings for District 4 and 5, they meet at the IR Homes Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center, 2000 South Austin Avenue. Same deal, you're talking with the police, city and county folks, also DPR folks. Both meetings start at 10. Oh, I didn't say, Campus Hills is at 2000 South Austin Avenue, if I forgot to say that. So both meetings start at 10. And both meetings are in-person meetings. If you can't meet in person because you don't have the car or you're busy with the kids or whatever, you can also attend via Zoom. They have one of those owl setups, so they have a camera and mic set up right there. So you can actually ask questions. You can participate just as if you were there. You can ask questions, and they'll ask the speaker to answer your question. So it's pretty hip. So there you go. Let's see. Also, in case you don't know, District 3 is like south and I would say near west. And then I would say District 4 is south and then further south and further west. District 5 is downtown. Hope I got that right. I think the Bragtown Community Association meets tomorrow from 10 until noon at Bragtown Baptist Church, and that is at 3218 North Roxborough Street in the Fellowship Room. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's on the third floor, if I'm not mistaken. Now, here are the food giveaways, a couple more. White Rock Baptist Church, 3400 Fayetteville Street. They're going to have a grocery giveaway tomorrow from 11 until 1. And then One Love Christian Church, they're going to have their food giveaway also from 11 until 1, and they are located at 1315 Horton Road. Now here's a gigantic event from 10 until 2. The Durham County Sheriff's Office, they're going to have their Stop the Violence campaign tomorrow from 10 until 2. And it's their third annual. It's huge. It's going to be at the Durham County Memorial Stadium, 750 Stadium Drive. If you've been there, you already know plenty of free parking. I don't think they'll ever run out of parking there unless they have the biggest event in the world. So tomorrow, it's going to be from 10 until 2, is part of Project Safe Neighborhood. So they're going to have back to school giveaways. So if you have kids, yeah, take the kids because they can get back to school supplies. Also, they're going to have entertainment, they're going to have community resource tables. They're going to have representatives from all kinds of local nonprofits and government agencies. It's free admission, of course, free parking. But especially if you have the kids with you, um, yeah, take some money because they're going to see the food trucks before you do. There's going to be food trucks there, so have a few dollars just in case because the tummies always start rumbling whenever they see the food trucks. I just think that's a natural response. So I do have a link so that you can learn about Project Safe Neighborhood, and it's all about collecting and analyzing crime-related data and dealing with illegal gun possession. So you can learn a lot tomorrow. Now, if you hear the little twinkle bells, that's my washing machine. My laundry's done. Okay. Another big event tomorrow, Pilgrim Baptist Church, 2420 South Roxborough Street. They're hosting their back to school drive. That's going to be tomorrow from 11 until 2. They're going to have free food, games, raffles. They're going to have a school supply giveaway while they last. Seems like I'm missing one. Wait a minute. Did I not do the right? I might not have done the write up. Oh, that's right. I just heard about it. Um. Oh shoot. Yeah, I didn't do the write up yet. Greater Emmanuel Church. It's like 2400 or whatever. It's like 2400 East Main Street. They're having a community day tomorrow. They're going to have a school supply giveaway also. And their event is going to be from 8 until 3. I just talked to them on the phone. That's why I know this. But I haven't done the write up yet because I just got off the phone with them. So, yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. Greater Emmanuel. Um, I think it's called Greater Emmanuel. I think it's Baptist Church. It's like 2400 East on Main Street tomorrow. Okay, also happening tomorrow, just to let you know, I'll be doing my show tomorrow at 10, but I do need to let you know what's happening in advance in the morning because I don't want you to lose out on anything. The last thing, two things I'll mention. Let's see. Yes. Um, Boxyard RTP 900 Park Offices Drive. They're going to be featuring diverse and vibrant mixes by DJ Baptiste. That's the Saturdays music series tomorrow from 11:30 until 2:30, and that's of course free. Food and beverages will be available for purchase, and you can just sit and just enjoy some nice music. Now, here is something where hopefully you can help out. If you're a skateboarder or a big fan of skateboarding, here's the thing. So, the Manifest Skate Shop, they noticed that there are some ramps, skate ramps, and other skate things, things that you see in a skate park, sitting around at Wheels Durham. If you know, Durham Parks and Recreation and the city of Durham, they own Wheels Durham, the indoor skating rink. But back in the day, they used to have go karts and a batting cage and a skate park and all that kind of stuff. So the skate ramps and things have been just sitting there for like a decade or two. So the city gave Manifest Skate Shop permission to dismantle, if they can, to try to dismantle the ramps and then cart them over to the scrap exchange. The scrap exchange has given Manifest Skate Shop permission to build a DIY, do it yourself, skate park. So if you have tools and knowledge, if you know how to take apart the anti-tamper screws, they would love to have your help. So meet over there tomorrow. They'll be there from like noon to 4, Saturday and Sunday. at Wheels Durham, 715 North Hoover Road. So they're going to need as many volunteers as possible with the drills and socket wrenches, whatever those are. I was told 8 millimeter anti tamper security hex or Torx bits. If you know what that means and you can help out, then yeah. And of course, old school Dave is saying cool. All of this is super cool. Yes. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. I wish you could help out. I bet you have the 8 millimeter anti I bet you at least know what it is. Anyway, so if you can help out, they would love if you could bring tools or if you could let them borrow some tools and help them take apart the ramps and whatnot. Now, I understand these items are large, so they also need people with trucks to cart these items over to the scrap exchange, which is located at 2050 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center. So, if you could do that, they would love it because eventually, there's two other things they're going to need. They're going to need contractor or contractors who deal with asphalt and or concrete. I don't know. I think asphalt is that the tar mat, the black stuff, and I guess the concrete is like the cement. I don't know. Anyway, if you know what that is, and you're a contractor, and you can help out by giving them a good price, if you know what I'm saying, wink, wink. Um, they would love that because what they're trying to do is to create a place where the young folks can gather. Um, I would say that even though on YouTube, a lot of the skateboarders are very, what's the word, anti establishment, some are a little, I'm just going to say grown. But for the most part, skateboarding is a wholesome event activity. I like it, and I became a fan in Chicago when we had to decide what to do with this certain new park that they're building downtown, and near downtown by the lake, Lake Michigan. They wanted us to suggest something to build on that in that park, and I studied it, took it seriously, and I decided I was going to vote for the skate park because I noticed that unlike like basketball, where you have to be, 10 feet tall, and unlike, the other sports where, like it'll, like one race will be into it and they get possessive, and, it happens. Skateboarding is not racially sensitive, if you know what I'm saying. It's like everybody's welcome, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Skateboarding is, nobody disses, they don't diss each other in terms of race or age or income or all that stuff. It seems to be pretty equal. So that's why I voted for uh, the skate park, and that's what won, and so that's what they got. So and of course we have a skate park here in Durham, but it's relatively small compared to the ones that you see on TV. So I think what Manifest Skate Shop is trying to do is to build a bigger, um, I'm not going to say inclusive. The one downtown is inclusive. Everybody's down there. I see black, white, Hispanic. Everybody's down there. But I think they want to have a DIY skate park that is um, open to all, like the downtown one is. But it never hurts to have more than one. And I think this one will be maybe a little bit more DIY-y. In other words, maybe more. How can I put it? Earthy, more. More do-it-yourself, more if you watch enough skateboarding videos, you'll notice some skate parks are $1 million skate parks, and they're like super fancy. They've got the super shiny some kind of processed wood, the concrete and all that. And then the do-it-yourself skate parks, you'll see they have things that they borrowed from home and things that maybe they took from uh, maybe like what they're doing at Manifest, taking used materials and moving it to somewhere else. So I think it's going to be more like that, if you know what I'm saying. And Dave's saying, that's right. And he knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So if you can help out, they would love it. So that's going to be tomorrow from noon until 4 and also Sunday. Hopefully it won't be raining. And in fact, that gives me the cue to go to the weather. One more thing. There's a link. I do have a link. So you can click on the link right there on the Let's Go page and let Mike know what you have, what you're bringing, and whether you can make it. All right. And let's check the weather because it's so pleasant out right now. It's just so nice. Let's check the weather. Okay, it is 77 very pleasant degrees right now. It says mostly cloudy, but the sun is busting out. I love this. I love when the sun's out. I love when it's hot. Anyway, 77. The birds are singing. So the high today will only be 80, but that's good enough for me right now. So let's see. So 77 right now is going to hit 80 at 3 o'clock. And it looks like the sun will be playing peekaboo. It will come out full blast at dinner time. Okay. No rains in the forecast. Not, clear night. Okay. So that hike I was telling you about, that full moon hike, yeah, that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen. Um, I'm getting a phone call. I can't answer right now. Oh my goodness. Now tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow is going to be 81, so it's 1 degree better, and it will be partly sunny tomorrow. So that's great. Now Sunday is going up to 84, 31% chance of rain, and hopefully it won't rain while people are dismantling the skate park. So there you go. That is it for today's show. I want you to have a beautiful afternoon. Also, I want you to have a beautiful weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll be here and there tomorrow for sure. Let's see. I'll be doing the show tomorrow at 10 because on Saturdays I do Bull City Hangout at 10 so that you can take advantage, of course, of the food giveaways and also the farmers market. And thanks, Dave. Saying great job, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. And have a good weekend. You too, Dave, for sure. Thank you so much. And thanks so much for being a regular viewer of Bull City Hangout. I really appreciate you for sure. Okay, that is it for today's show. Have just enjoy this weather. It's really nice. It's great for taking a walk too, by the way. So with that, I'll see you tomorrow at 10. I'll see you out and about today and tomorrow. Ciao for now.